Great. Good evening, everyone. We'll be having GD for today's session. The two topics that I'll be telling you are, and you all have to choose one of the topics for the GD as a group. The very first topic is what is the reason for the instability in Pakistan? Is it instability in governance, instability in productivity, or the unpayable debts? Was the topic audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Sir, audible.
Okay. The second topic is India's economic development is largely contributed by government policies, military, leadership, or agriculture. Okay.
Yes,
Was the
sir.
topic audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Kindly choose one of the topics.
So, guys, I think our
Then
first
I
topic
think
is
go with the
So I
topic
think we
one.
will go with the
yeah.
second one.
I think
I
the
think
first
we should go with the first topic
first
as
topic.
Yeah,
it
first
is
topic.
currently in news
Okay,
and
great.
also we have a lot of points to add on.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So, who are the people who are going with the first topic? Kindly raise their hands. Arey, Kaka, Anurag,
I'm
in the
sorry.
system. So, okay. So I'll be repeating the topic to you all. What are the reasons for the instability in Pakistan? It is it instability in governance? Is it instability in the productivity or the unpayable debts? Was the topic clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Just take some time to think upon it. When I say start, you all will start.
So since
Okay, friends, as we
1947,
Even I think
when India has got
instability in Pakistan
independence,
is
as
and we
mainly
I
see
depend
believe
on
the
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 Pakistan have
capital
given
ocean
more importance to the terrorism and the Kashmir point. So they have not prepared to their productivity and development issues. As we know, if we see from the independence, and India is growing day by day, and we notice if we see the
yes,
Pakistan,
yes,
they are
Pakistan
not
also got
really
independent
pointing
as
out
India got
the
independence by that time.
Pakistani
But
people are
Pakistan only focused
majority
on the
engaged in
terrorism
their
part,
youth in
and
militant
it was not.
yeah
activities.
And it got Pakistan, but they did not know how to develop that city, how to develop their country. They only knew that they have
yes.
to grow terrorism in their area,
We have
and
also
just
seen
to
that Pakistan has seen
say
a very
terrorism.
unstable governance from the very past. There has been a continuous rule of military and again the government, and also the
Yeah.
corrupt government has been there. So that is the one of the stability.
The
The people
government
don't have
the
yes.
leadership
government
to
is
Yes.
not
I
into
agree
the
Yeah, I
with
military.
totally
sir
agree
that
with you.
The
That
ruling
about
the
Pakistan
ruling
independence
is
hand
is
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 main,
a
completely over
main
there.
reason to
deficit
Government
the
is
governance
lack
not
of
ruling in the
because
development in
we
interest
have
of
seen a
Pakistan.
lot of
Pakistan.
The
That
governance
is
government
why
is
the
lacking behind
instability
that.
of governments in
Like
Pakistan is
the
leading to what?
developing the infrastructure and also other things in the Pakistan. They are more focusing on the military interference in the government. The reason I think.
yes, I agree with
Yeah,
Akshat. I
I
None
think
agree
of
with the
the
government
none of the prime
instability
ministers
Yeah,
in
I
the
agree with
that have
the
served
The
that
for
instability
government
5 years.
is
is
one major reason for the decline economic conditions of the Pakistan.
Well,
Bad
adding to
condition of
Akshay's
economic bad
point, I
economic
totally
condition.
agree that Pakistan is not one of the producers of any kind of supplies that globally is needed. He's Pakistan is only dependent on
yeah.
military for their needs. So this keep them in debt that which brings a poor economic condition, and eventually
They
the
are
condition
eventually
gets
not
bad in
focused on
Pakistan.
the
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes,
Even
I
they are
agree
if
with
not
you
Prithvi
focused
see
on
they
the
are
because
high
the
development they
Finance
have.
is
They
and
are
checked
not
by
and
blindly believing
they
China
are
point
not
aspect.
focused
that
on the
China,
development of the
because
population that
we
they
all know
have.
that China
They
has
are
a policy
focused
of
on the more
expanding their territory.
gaining of the
So
territories of different
they are not
nations.
aware of the politics what China is playing with them, and I think that China is trying to conquer the territory of the
I
Pakistan.
think
Similarly,
Pakistan has
it has
enough
also done with Sri Lanka. It
resources
Yes,
has
to
I
occupied the
cover
ports of
up
Sri
its
Lanka.
debt. Like they have all the dry fruits came from
eventually we have
Pakistan.
seen
I
that the
think in
Pakistan
India,
has donated their
50% of dry fruits needs are
Karachi port
provided
to
by
UAE,
Pakistan.
and it is
But
just because of the
currently it
instability
is
in the
Child,
governance.
provided by
as you all are saying,
Pakistan
But
making
coming
us
to
parties has
China,
changed day by
what is
day.
the
We have
they
seen
have
China
that
has
resources, but
always said
because
that
these
we
political
should
I
have
think that
more
instabilities
lack
time
of
to
stable
has
government is
become
also one of
read
the
and
major
and
read
reasons
the
for the
economy.
economic
all the
decline of
China
Pakistan.
has also played a
Because
role,
see,
and
see that their
many
government
countries,
has
not just
not
China,
put more
just
such as
develop their
emphasis
own
Well,
towards
Pakistan,
the
agreeing to
are
Satyam's
falling
points,
into the trap of
taking to
So
Satyam's point, I
if
totally
as
agree that China has been one of the puppets of Pakistan has been one of the puppets of China, which does not allow it to have their independent policies for the people. So that is why there
no,
is a
I think the
instability in
outer
government because of that.
okay.
yeah, and if we
I
if
think
we see the China Pakistan economic corridor, there are the most interfere a subsidy government and there are
I agree with Prashant sir that the main reason for the instability in Pakistan is
I think
uh, instability in the governments. Like we have seen that
yes, we have a
Pakistan has recently
if we have a
donated their Karachi
powerful
port to
political leader,
UAE,
then we
and
will
this is
have
yes.
to
just because
I
of
would
the
acknowledge
instability.
recently,
Like
I would
we
also
have
add on to
directly
the
we have
and the
Shailendra's
seen
and
point.
charges
have
First
been
of
files
all,
are
due
there.
to the
consistently
instability in the
saying
government, there is
that what
also
the
lack of good
that
quality
you
of
and
Sat
directly
Majid
execution,
has
to our
been
which is leading the
recently we have
youth
seen
to
the
blindly
example of
following the terrorism,
terrorism in
and they are always
Pakistan
thinking of the
openly.
destruction. Because most of the youth in
Telling us that
Pakistan are getting
these
influenced
Sajid
by
was
the
has
bad
been
people.
handed
So
over
that
to
is one of the major causes of their decline.
the
Some of the
Pakistan
students from
government,
Pakistan are
and
also
they also
claiming that
decline
yeah,
they
they
also
claim
also
that
also
declared
one
that
point is the
Mir Sajid
internal
has
stability
been
in the
killed.
Pakistan
Yes, I
is
agree
not
with
that good.
Satyam.
Recently,
We have
Mir
seen
See
that
the
Sajid was
people
the
lacking.
charges was filed
China
people are
against
was looking for Mir
attaching to
Sajid.
the government
But where is he?
infrastructure and also
what what led to the
Similarly,
especially
adding
to
to
the political
Shailendra point, I
political
totally agree
ministers they
that the economic condition due to the ports, the all the resources that Pakistan basically has been given to the other countries, so that they don't have a sole source of income for their own country, and this is happening due to the unstable government. They don't have good policies coming up. They don't have good education policies, because of which Pakistani people are not able to perform good at global level, and
Yes,
this
I
is
agree
provide
with Prashant sir that
and one
And
of the huge
and
mistakes
there
of
are
this
yeah,
add
and
to the
government
lawsuits was
is
filed
that
against
they
the
narrative
portray that
what
Minister of
Pakistan is very
Pakistan
good country, and also
that
they portray to
against
the
the
people that
corruption case,
Pakistan is one of
and
the
it was
developing
said
nation, but the
uh,
reality is very vice versa of that.
I like to agree
see
with social point of the Prashant.
we can see the
As we know, the
example of
Pakistan has a
Balochistan.
more agriculture land,
Balochistan
and
itself is a
the
part of
most
Yes,
productive land in the
Pakistan,
Pakistan,
but
but
the
they have
people
not
from
continued their
Balochistan,
development
Khyber
in the
Pakhtunkhwa
agriculture, and that
area,
productivity is not keep
they
going,
want
and they're
liberation from the
lacking in that
Pakistan,
agriculture
because they
yes,
have
productivity.
yes.
seen the ruling of the
well,
Pakistan
adding
military
to Sadhna's point,
all
like
over
the
the Pakistan, and
Balochistan
they
issue, I agree. The Balochistan issue that Pakistan is facing has been from the past decade, and the government is not able to handle it, and which creates a kind of rebellious attitude in the people of Pakistan.
because government is not playing the role
Exactly,
of governance
exactly,
in the Pakistan.
exactly. The
They are
unstable
totally
government is
dependent
the
upon
reason
China or
behind it.
other countries
Yeah,
for
I think that
uh,
we
And
could
playing
even
the
move
role
there
of
are
yes,
many
government,
political
because
issues in the
they don't
Pakistan,
have
as we
sufficient
see.
money to play the
There are many political issues in the Pakistan. As you see in the recently, the opposition leader of the Pakistan, Imran Khan, was arrested and was shot. So the internal
yes, yes.
security
I
was not
totally
good,
agree
and
with Akshay.
they are
yes, I
struggling and
agree
they're
with
fighting
Akshay that
with each
charges
other in
was
the
filed
border,
against
rather
Homer
than
and
focusing on the
it was
development
a case
of the country. They are
against
just
corruption.
politics and just fighting of
Focused on just creating problems for the neighboring countries. So I think they should focus on the governance so that they can easily develop their nation.
a new day.
Pakistan are also
We have seen that
facing a huge trouble
Pakistan is
because most
already
of the majority people are doing discrimination towards them, and the government is also not supporting them, and they are not provided with any kind of
Yes,
facilities. And most of the countries, other countries are not also accepting the refugees. And if some of the countries like India are trying to take them as refugees, but some of the group of people of India is also avoiding that particular
Exactly,
thing.
exactly. And also Pakistan does not have any good global connection with rest of the world. We see that even because of the Afghanistan crisis, There was no help from Pakistan. So that's why there is no stand of Pakistan on the global level. So that's why they don't get any kind of resource help. That is due to the unstable government that Pakistan basically
Like
has.
in recently, we
Yes,
have seen
yes.
that
Add on to
Iran
this,
was posing
it
that
was recently in news that
Russia's they didn't had any stand on the Russia-Ukraine war. They didn't had any stand. Yeah, on the one side, they were blaming USA for providing weapons to Ukraine, and on the other side, they were only providing weapons to Ukraine. They don't have a particular stand in their own. So, and now and then we see that recently Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif went to France to get some loan. But what are they doing? They are totally dependent. Instead of collecting revenues from their own people, they are instead of developing their own country, they are just now and every day they just went to get some loans from other countries. Why
yes,
they are just
yes. Add on to
this
Sadhana.
is just
I just
happening
want
because
to state that Pakistan, current
because
Pakistan Prime
they
Minister
have
Shehbaz
they
Sharif
given a lot
went
of
arrest for
stay
getting some
from the
loans from
IMF
IMF.
and World Bank.
Uh,
They are not providing them with education or anything. They
they
are
are
not
not
providing them
focusing
with
on the
anything. All they care about is terrorism and how
generating
can they
revenues from
spread
their own
all over.
countries, but they are just uh,
Pakistan is a land of art and culture, be it Atif Aslam or Rahat Fateh Ali Khan. The music the
Yes,
Pakistan creates is renowned everywhere. But is Pakistan playing on its strong points? No. The unstable government does not allow or provide the facilities to these artists to create a recognition on the world level. So eventually, Pakistan gets
exactly.
separated and does not create any income due to this.
I agree with
yes,
And
Prashant.
also
yes.
Like
we
I
cannot
agree
also
with
still
neglect, we
Prashant's
cannot
answer.
also
it is
neglect the
bad.
fact that
And
the women are very
there is a
deprived from the
witness
facilities
trend
there.
in South
We
Korea
can
where
see that there are many
also
talented women in
helping
Pakistan, but they
various
are not
brands so
given a
that they can
particular
grow and
platform
they
to
earn
showcase their
more
talent
than
to achieve the
1.2 billion of
fame in the
revenue
world.
per year.
World.
So
I
it
agree
is
with
good
Sachin.
to
Even when
And
have
I think
both
the
the
main
art
link
and
to this
culture.
terrorism,
And
because
government has
the
also done for
rising terrorism and the
Pakistan
Pakistan
for the
also
education of
always
women.
supported the terrorism in their country. So the terrorism are
Yes,
uh,
I agree
and
with
now
Akshay
it's
that
and now
recently
we
it
are
was in
seeing
news
that
that
their own
USA and
terrorism is
India is
conflicting their
trying
own
to
government. Their own terrorism
getting
is killing their
Pakistan
own
into
government,
FATF
like
list, grey
TTP,
list.
Well,
Tehreek-e-Taliban
I agree
Pakistan.
to
It is
Shalin's
killing their
point.
own people.
I agree to
So
Shalin's
what
point. The women
Pakistan
representation
was
in
spreading
Pakistan
terrorism
is
all
very
over the
less.
world, but now its own homegrown terrorism is spilling a poison over them only.
Exactly. And also adding to Shalin's point, the women representation in Pakistan is really less, be it the government or the rights that they are getting. Recently, we saw in news the different sports people who came to participate. The women were basically concerned about the facilities that they were getting. This is due to the unstable government policies, and there are no rights that are being given to the women on ground. So that's why
Yes,
the half of the women, population
I
is
think
basically behind
I think
that
military
is living
plays
in
a
Pakistan.
very important role in Pakistan politics. As we can see from the independence, they never got a single prime minister complete their entire tenure. So military is also interfering the public matters. They which are going to be handled by the politicians, and this is also a bad situation for a country that led to the Pakistan in a crisis.
yes, they are not focusing on just getting revenues from their own resources, but they are just funding terrorism uh, to just
Yeah,
to
they
creating problems for the other
even
Even
country. Like it
Pakistan
was in
even
even
news
they
that
One of
after
the
USA
major
and
even
India
even
one of
after
the major drawback of
by the
Pakistan.
debt
what the
crisis they are
infrastructure
facing
are
now,
so well,
the
and
crisis
if we
is
have
worse
the military
worse
have
than the
created their own
Sri
stable
Lankan
economy
crisis.
by now.
Sri Lanka is facing the crisis worse than the Sri Lanka has to face. But even then, they are just more focused upon getting this Kashmir. Recently, Ajay Shankar sir also said the only thing that we have to discuss with Pakistan is when they will give us the Kashmir back.
Exactly. And
So
adding
they
to
are just more
yeah,
focused
Sadhana's
that
upon
point, we
that's the
see
getting
that
point
there
which
has
we
been
have
a
to
huge
discuss,
amount
that they
of
are not
illegal
focusing on the
immigration.
own development and the country's development. They are only focusing on the Kashmir issue and the terrorism issue.
Exactly.
They go
And there
everywhere
has
out of their
also
country,
been
even
recently,
a
as we
issue
have
only
of
seen
post the
illegal
Kashmir
And
issue.
immigrations.
China is perpetrating as a big brother of Pakistan. We have seen that Pakistan itself was telling that Sajid Mir has been dead, but
I don't think
recently
that Pakistan is going to
China
be the
backed the
brother of
position of
China.
getting
As we can see,
declaring
there are 70 plus
Sajid Mir as
trillion
a
dollars of crisis debt
terrorist.
crisis on Pakistan, and there is no way to refund those policies. In 20, I heard a news about 2026. We Pakistan have to pay 30 plus $1 trillion of debt ISIS to China and many other countries. So they are not getting any kind of revenue, but they are
Yeah, I
going to the
like to
another
add
country
one
and
point to the Anurag
bought the
that
debt
China also
so that
stop
they
it.
can repay the loans only.
Well, adding to Anurag's point, we see that
Yeah,
there has
China
been
also
a
stop it. The China
illegal
economic Pakistan
immigration
corridor
trade.
in the Pakistan
People
due
from
to this
Pakistan are
issue.
basically leaving the country in order to, for better opportunity, be it Canada, be it USA, through the illegal methods. And they're also shifting to the Middle Eastern countries. The people who earn money in Pakistan, they are shifting to the Middle Eastern countries to have a better quality of life. This is happening due to
Yes.
unstable government. There are no good policies for the people in Pakistan to stay and invest and create infrastructure or create business so that they can develop
Like
the country as well.
we have
Yes,
seen
Yeah,
I
that
would like to
unstable
add on
government
to
and the
Pakistan.
Kashandar's
internal
point
security is
because
the main issue.
most of the money which is earned by the government of Pakistan is invested in their then army, and also the money is also funded to various terrorist organizations due to which there is lack
Also,
of development.
the money that is funded
Even
to the army, the
what
corruption
did
that is
happen?
happening in the army, we see
They
that
put all
the
their money
journals,
in
Yes, yes,
the
yes.
journals in
military.
Pakistan, they get
But what
they, by
happened?
the time they retire,
Pakistan
they
Yeah,
didn't
earn
yeah,
so
get
much
over
we
in
have
the
money.
seen
As
list.
we
the
have seen
Pakistan,
Yeah,
in the
they are
recent
listed in
the
the
recent
list.
news that
But
the
the
children and the
Pakistan
family
didn't.
members
money
of
he
the
funded to the
generals
Dropped
and
in the
majors in the
terrorists
list.
are
Pakistani
going to
army are living a very luxurious life. This is the harsh reality of their country.
Yes, I
Exactly,
can
and
And
this
also
is
talk
happening due
also.
to
I
politician
the
can
has said
vouch
as
against
instability in
that
the
the
government.
the
former
only
prime
people
minister.
who are suffering, they are the only people who are
if
suffering
you
because all these turmoil in the Pakistan is the middle class families of the Pakistan. The richer are
yeah.
getting so much rich, and the generals, as Satyam stated, the generals are living a luxurious life. And what about the
And this is
normal public
basically
of the
because of
as
the
Pakistan?
unstable
They
government.
are
There is
just
no
Yes,
check
yes,
on
grafted
the
by the
yeah.
debt
corruption that is
crisis
happening
being
in
in
the
the
country.
Pakistan.
Since military is the most
as
powerful in Pakistan, they get to decide most of the economic condition and also has the control over
as
the
we have
finance
seen
the
in recent days,
countries
the
doing.
Pakistan provided the funds
Adding to
to
what
terrorist
Prashant said,
organization, and now terrorist
Pakistan will be a
organization
new
is coming back
Myanmar,
to Pakistan
as it
to
was.
recapture the Pakistan. As we have seen a Tehreek Taliban, which is especially group in Balochistan area, to region of to get back Pakistan, to get back Balochistan as a separate nation. Okay.
Where the countries are basically fighting to bring EVs, the new technologies, artificial intelligence to their countries, so that there is a technological infrastructure boom in the places. Pakistan is not investing in these because there is no stable government. The policies are not there in order to produce this kind of infrastructure, and eventually Pakistan is getting lagging behind in the race of infrastructure and technology.
They got independence
Yeah,
when
because
we
they are
got
just focusing
independence.
on the
But
politics in their country and the
and
internal issue, security issue. They are fighting with each other and they are not focusing on the development, like you said, the AI things and the artificial intelligence and increasing the employment in the country. There are, as we seen, there are the electric crisis in the Pakistan. The electricity was gone. There was no
Exactly.
electricity in the
And there is no
country.
strong
Yeah.
leadership in the country. We can take example of
Yes, yes.
Israel. The Israel being a very small country, but still due to the strong leadership that Israel possesses, they have worked on the level of infrastructure, their technology, their defense, as well as the agriculture part. Although
Yes, yes.
Pakistan comes
Yes.
at a place where the agriculture can be very booming, since it is very much
Yeah.
joined to
fertile
Indian,
land.
Indian Punjab region also. But
It's a
still,
part of Indian
they
subcontinent.
Yeah, it is the most
exactly, and they're
fertile
not
land
working
in
on it.
the
Even the Pakistan also, Pakistan had got the most land for the cotton production, but still they are focused on some other issues. They
and
are not
and
resolving it.
also they have a
Yes.
better drainage system like Sindhu Nadi and all the tributary rivers. And we have seen in recent days the production of dry fruits are booming in Pakistan, but they have no proper infrastructure to export to other countries and get the profits back.
Exactly, and people, the industry, the film industry and the music industry in Pakistan is very booming. Also, there are Pakistan is a
Yes.
land of artists, but the policies and the opportunities that Pakistan is giving is not adequate for such people. Due to this, and also the corruption that is happening in these industries, Pakistan is
Like I would
lagging
like
behind in terms of development.
I would like to add a point like Pakistan have also very much I'm sorry, tourist attraction sites. Like they have many temples they destroyed, like and they have also the oldest university in the world. So they can promote their promote those kind of heritage to attract the tourists, and this will also lead to a very
Also, yes, agreeing
Yeah,
to
No,
I like
Aizan's
to
point,
exactly.
add
also
few
the
points
They
in
religious
that.
also
That
have a
it
There
extremism.
are
reduce
many
the
issues
cultural
in the
terrorism, but the
Pakistan,
internal
Pakistan,
security
even
and
many
the
government is more
even
terrorism
many
is
focused
not
on
good.
the
Just the
countries
people
people
are
are
of
against
India.
playing
people
in
have a fear
They
to
are
Pakistan.
go
telling
there
continuously
for the
about the
terrorism.
minority issues in the India,
I think
but they are not
I
Exactly,
worried
think
and
and
they
if
are
you
not
talking
have
about
concerned
the
about the
religious
minority issues
extremism.
in their country.
yes, yes.
Like
Exactly, they're
yeah
talking
recently,
about the religious
a Sikh family
extremism
was
we
killed by the
see that.
Pakistanis. They
Exactly.
use forced conversion to Muslim,
I
but
consider your
what they are doing, they are
point
not
to serve a
concerned
matter.
Adding
about
to
their
Sadhna's
things.
point, we
They are
can
not
see that
concerned
the
about the
religious
population of their country.
extremism that is happening in the Pakistan does not allow the people from other religions to practice openly, and that has
Practice
related
their
to
own
the
religion.
Yeah,
Yes.
education also. People are
yeah,
basically driven towards religious extremism education
I
that
consider
denies them the
Prashant sir your
education of
point,
science
but the
and
thing is,
Yes.
sociology that will help
Pakistani
yeah.
in the
people
They
development
they
of
are
the
not
country.
given the
Because of
necessary
religious
facility.
extremism,
They
the
are not provided a
exposure to
basic
science
even
facility
technology
by
has
the
become
government or
when
limited
administration.
for the
minority start
population
starting
of
and all
Pakistan.
the okay.
And 2 years
Yes,
back,
yes,
up
I
news
yes, I
sharing
agree with
was
yes, I
that
agree with
that
Prashant
one of
sir
the
that
reporter was
and
asking
we
the
have
one
also seen the
general of
economic conditions of the
Pakistan
Pakistan,
that
but
what is the
and
property,
we
and
recently
then
purchased
they
Predator
have
drones
like
from
a house
USA,
and a garden.
and just to
But when
compete with us, Pakistan is
the
also
what
purchasing
is the property of
attacking drones from
General
China.
Rawat, sir, then
They are not just focusing on
the reporter said that
I
the
think
General
I think
giving
Abhijit
esteems
is
to the
adding some good points. Let him see.
2 years back,
Yeah,
a very
Maybe
news was very famous that a reporter was asking a general of Pakistan that what is your property. Then he added that he has a very big bungalow and garden and many properties. But that during that when general asked the reporter that what is the worth of the general Bipin Rawat sir, then he said that the general Bipin Rawat sir has a small 2 BHK room flat in I think Punjab. He said, and
Yeah, yeah.
the general of Pakistan laughed that how you are lying about that.
yes, yes, it's a really very good point. But
Yeah,
I
I
just want to
totally agree.
would
And
like to add a point that uh, recently we have purchased Predator drones from USA, and
Yes.
just compete with us. Pakistan is also purchasing drones, taking drones from China, and they are not just focusing on the uh, peoples or the generating incomes from their resources, but just they are focusing on the
Exactly,
creating
and this is
problems and
happening because of
yeah,
the
actually,
unstable
they need to
government. The
invest on the
people,
more
there
on
are
the
no good
development and the
bureaucrats in
economic thing.
Pakistan.
But they are
People
investing
of
on the
brain
defense
who
and
can
the
take
they
a
are
strong decision.
importing
People
and
of spine
exporting
who
the
can
defense.
take a good example and be a good leader in Pakistan. That's why these kind of immature decisions are being taken in Pakistan, just like Shalendra added.
yes, I agree
People
with
of
Prashant
Due
sir.
to
Indian
religious
subcontinent
extremism, the
trying
good
to
quality of
convince
people are not getting a platform to promote science and development or promote
on the
to
internet.
help
The
Pakistan to
people
develop
of
in
the
all
Indian
aspects.
subcontinent, the people of the subcontinent are found very genius. Means the people of Indian subcontinent are found very genius. That's why the many people of Indian subcontinent are working as CEOs or are at major posts in major companies. And so,
Okay.
yes,
like
we
the
can
India,
see that
Okay, friends,
Google is being
this time,
headed
like,
by Sundar
can you
Pichai of
conclude?
India,
Can we
and we can
conclude to
see
one of the
many
points?
Indians heading to the.
Yeah,
Can
we
we
Sorry,
as
conclude
we
to?
most of the people have discussed the
but we
government
cannot
stability
see
and the
any of
political
the Pakistanis
stability.
having. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
The
So I believe
governments and the political stability.
most of us believe that the unstable government and
Yeah,
to some extent the debts that Pakistan is having has led to the poor governance or the instability in Pakistan, right?
may I
yeah,
ask you a
Yes.
question,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
right.
Prashant sir? Prashant sir, may I ask
Just a
you a
second.
question?
It's in. Just let's just finish this the second GD also, then we can have the questions. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that was a really good discussion. Let's move on to the second topic. The second topic is there has been violence over reservation in Manipur in news, and there has been the demand for such reservation throughout the countries, be it Haryana, Rajasthan, the eastern parts or the southern parts of the country as well. According to you, if there has to be reservation, what should be the basis of the reservation? Right? I'll repeat the topic. There has been violence and on the basis of reservation in Manipur, and there has been uh, like demand by various states and communities in India in order to get reservation. If reservation has to be there, what has to be the basis for the reservation? There are no leads. It is an open-ended topic. I would request you all to participate maturely, regardless of whether you are benefited by the reservation or not. I believe you all are at of age who can know the limits of up to what extent on in the way you have to present your points, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think
Okay.
the main. Shall we
अरे
start?
नहीं.
Sorry.
The age,
अच्छा, okay.
Can you
Just
repeat, Abhidip? What are you telling?
just a second, okay. Just take some time to think upon the points. I will when I say start, you all can start. I hope all of you are aware about what kind of disruption is happening in Manipur and what are the reasons behind that. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
you
Yes.
can also take points from there. Okay, basically we have to tell what are the reasons, what can be the basis for reservation. Okay, if it is not a discussion on whether the reservation should be there or not. It is more on what should be the basis of the reservation. Exactly, you all understand? Okay. Okay, you all may start.
So
like the
as we
The
know, there
basic
are the crisis going
reason
on
I
the
think.
Manipur or the Kuki in the between the Kuki and the Meitei tribes. So there are majority of the Kuki tribes have all the reservations in the Manipur state, and the Meitei tribes is trying to get the reservation policy and the subcontinent. The they are the Meitei
I
tribes
think the
are
basis
situated
of
in
the
the plain
reservation
and
should be the
they don't have the
financial
right to
status
buy the
and the
land in
social
the hilly
status of
area.
a
So they
person,
are struggling with the
and
rights.
this is not given to a particular caste or breed.
like the
So I
people
think
of
this is a good to
people of
give
like northeastern states and the union territories
financial
like
person,
uh,
and
union territories like Daman Diu, and that get less opportunities as compared to the other states. And due to that, that recently a government is doing a one good job. I would say that in JOSA counseling they have added a CSAP NSUT that is especially for that trade means no like the states like Haryana, West Bengal can't take place means take part in that.
Well,
The
adding
student
to Anurag's point, I agree that economic condition of a person can be the basis for providing the reservation, and also keeping in mind the benefits, whether the person had derived any benefits throughout the ages, and the generations have derived any benefit from the government or not, which can be a good start for providing the reservation to such people.
Yes, add on
Yeah,
to
I
the
agree with
points
the
of
question
point.
and
I
the
would
point,
like
but
to
the
add on
economic
point
criteria, how
that
can we decide the economic criteria? Because there are the many very fake income certificate we can buy, as we also know. So how can we set up the economic criteria? We can discuss on this also.
yes, I agree with Akshay point that reservation should be not on the basis of economic basis, because corruption is there in India, and we have clearly seen that if we provide some extra money to the officers, so they get corrupt, and they just provide any certificate, or like if we want to make a certificate of EWS, economically weaker section, then we can easily get that certificate by just providing some corruption or bribe to the officers. They can easily make that certificate. So I
Well,
think
the economic status
Should
can also be
government
decided
start? Should government start?
other
Should
than
be
the
put over
financial
this issue
salary.
because
Sadhana, just a second. Ajay, the amount of the salary is one part, and also the properties, properties that the person carries, that is can be considered a basis for a reservation as well. If a person has good amount of property, obviously the economic condition would be good for through them. So this can be a basis for providing them reservation also.
yes, yes, I agree with
Like
Prashant's
We
point,
we
can
can
but
we
I
can
would like to
put
one
also
the
point.
implement
many criteria
properties, like
like the
Indian government is
property
adding
and also
PAN
the
and
monthly income
Aadhaar
of that
linked
person
together,
and
so
the
that
monthly
we
income
have a
of all the
financial
family
status of
members.
each and every person in the country, and we also have the all the properties details, and also what kind of job they are doing. Like in the recent court papers, we have e-slums. There where we have clearly mentioned what is your job and why are you not getting a job. So I think government is collecting all the necessary information so that in next few years they can launch the reservation system according to the financial status.
Yes, I agree with Prashant's point
Like
that
as we have seen in
income is not only
Manipur
the source
crisis,
for
that minority should not be only the criteria for getting reservation, because the only violence that has been erupted in Manipur is based on the minority and majority issue. Okay, so all we have said that economic things should be the given as the criteria to give reservation. But as someone mentioned that fake certificates can be made, so strict government act should be there to have a vigilant eye over the fake things, to avoid corruption in any kind of to avoid corruption in giving reservation to anyone, and the deserving, those who really deserve and really want and really have to get the reservation
Well, we
should be
all
given.
understand
And
that parents are one of the basis for a child's development, but there are some few unfortunate people who are not, who don't have the benefit of parents. So people who are not, who don't have a family, or the ones who are orphans, this can also be a basis for providing them reservation. Since no
Yeah.
matter from which caste they come from, if they don't have somebody to guide them, so reservation can be a strong boost for them in order to come to good field of life rather than going on to the wrong methods, be it a criminal activities.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I totally
I would
agree
like
with the
to
Also,
Prashant's
we
add
point.
can
on a
Actually,
say
point.
since
that
the
in the
recent
category of
train
farmers,
accident
the
and
reservation
yeah,
can be
that's the
done on the
maximum number
basis
of
of the
children have
land
they have
amount of
lost
land
their
the farmers
parents.
have.
The
So
Adani have
that
promised to
mean
given them the
can be
free
also
education
considered
from
as
its
a
side.
category
So
of
we can
reservation.
provide the education, given the education to the orphan children that they don't have parents or any background. So
Yes, I would like to add on one point that getting reservation on the basis of economic is somewhere good, but it should not be on just basis of the salary. Like it should be considered property, as Prashant sir, told earlier. And according to Constitutional Amendment 103 2019, government has fixed 10% reservation for the EWS, economically weaker section. And in that context, government considered only salary. The person who is getting uh, annual salary of just less than 7 lakh 7 lakh, he will be eligible for the
No, 8 lakhs. 8
getting
lakhs. I
reservation.
will make you correct. I would like to make Sulen Rupiah correct. It is 8 lakhs and
Okay, sorry.
1000
So adding
Correct. Yes.
adding to Shalin's point, there has been a huge population of people who come from the parts of India that are unreachable, be it the jungles of Manipur or the lands of Andaman and Nicobar. We see that people who come from this area, if they are given reservation, that would eventually help them in the betterment of the places that they come from. The be it in the institutions or in the government exams. The more better they get, the more they can return back to the society where they come from. So this can be a basis for giving the reservation, the region that they come from.
Yes, add on to Prashant's point that the recent clash in Manipur is just because of the Supreme Court has issued a notice to giving reservation to the or considered Metis group as a scheduled tribe. So, and if we
yes.
take example of Manipur, then Methi group is consisting 50% of the population in the Manipur, and they just live in the 2% of the land. They live in the forest areas. They don't have educational status, good educational status, and they
Exactly,
don't
and
get
adding to Shalin's point, the resources that they have, they get, be it the benefit of the natural resources or the government policies that they are able to derive. People who come from the far ends of the country, they are not able to access the resources, be it the education policies or the natural resources. The community that they come from are not able to access the natural resources. Like for example, there are few communities in Rajasthan which have to who have to struggle so much for the water, or in the northeast that they have to so much struggle so much for the road infrastructure. So this can be one of the basis for providing them reservation.
And I would like to add one point to Prashant Bhaiya that recently 1 year ago a video was means trolling in the YouTube that a boy from Nigeria was was given an invitation to Harvard University for a visit because he was very innovative and he was running a jockey in a remote area in Nigeria. So many innovative people and many means alter means many people who are innovative and super active in that regions will be able to get opportunities and able to get means, will be able to help in the economic development of our country and increasing our GDP. And more things can happen, that more scientists can come from that place, that we never know that what is the quality of people of their the place there is there, means what is the quality of
Well,
the people.
we also have to
At
think
the very
about the
basis
different
of giving
fields that we are
reservation,
talking about. The different fields that we are talking about. If we are talking about science and technology, or we are talking about the art and culture. For example, there are few people who have a very diverse and a very beautiful field of art and culture, whether it in terms of we talk about the northeastern arts or the southern arts. If and they are coming to a field of level of extinction as well. So these people can be given reservation in order to come forward and continue their lineage that has been there.
Yes, I agree with the
I
Prashant
think
sir
there
that
are the many policies that government is still running, but the problem is the policies are not reaching to that people, the who are who are desired to that. So we need to make that policy and to reach reach until to that papers people so they can avail the facilities and
yes, I
develop
agree
that
with
place.
Prashant sir that if we took an example and we just go in the history, then the reservation was only for the 10 years. But the political parties, for their favors, they just getting reservation or adding every 10 years and year by year. So, and at that time, the basis for the reservation was only the minority status. Like for the Dalits only, and the persons who is in the minority, those are eligible for the reservation. So I think
adding to what
the basis
Shailendra
on
is
the
saying, the very basis of the reservation was to avoid the discrimination against minorities, but now it is more turning as a like kind of discrimination is growing and all, because people of the general caste, people of the STSC caste, they fear of getting inferiority complex, and they fear that more people from the backward classes will get more good colleges just by getting low marks, and that is what is increasing day by day. So as we all discussed that the reservation should be given on the basis of economic status of that person and the value and the assets that one person is having with them, because the very basis of the reservation should not be violated. Government by government they increased 10 years tenure of more giving reservation, but that was only for vote banks, and now that is turning more violent, as I believe.
This extension of reservation has, in fact, they have built more differences between the rest of the communities. They have not brought all of us together. As Prashant, I think he said that in education also, in colleges also, they get like the minority, if they get low marks also, they can get admissions in good colleges. So their educational background and their ability should also be one point to give reservations.
Also,
Not
there has been some communities like Banjara community or the Sapera communities in the Rajasthan part. These are the community that is coming to an verge of extinction. So whether the community is going to survive the wave of development, this can be one of the criteria that we can use in order to give them reservations. Like the Banjara community, the Sapera community, if given a reservation, can basically give back to the society and help them continue their lineage as well.
even in sports also, we can see like biasing is happening. So I think we should like the sector should more get open to the ground, and they should see like how majority of the people are performing, and not just based on like if he's a son or a daughter of a great person, they should get selected in the team.
Ex- Okay, you are on mute, Abhiti. You're on mute, Abhidip.
I would like to add one point to Sadhana Didi, that was told by earlier by Sadhana Didi, that according to SC/ST Act, that no one can, no people can means create violence against SC/ST people. No one can say any abuse language to them. So the creamy layer of the that SC society is dominating with that power and filing many cases whom they are seeing that they are going means getting growth and development.
Well, we can also take in consideration the loyalty of the person to the country. By saying this, I mean there have been people who basically take the advantages of the reservation and eventually end up migrating to other countries. That has been very popular in Punjab region, and in the people who are just taking benefits and traveling to the different countries. So if there has been a history of such people in the family of the people, so this can be one of the reasons to not to give them reservation, because that would eventually let them and motivate them to take education and go abroad. Okay.
And we have also seen that in IITs, many students commit suicides because the pressure they are not able to handle over there, because they are getting into IITs because of their reservation, but they commit suicide because they are not able to handle the pressure of the studies. A person with a upper caste, kind of a general category, he or she is doing more
More
rigorous
hard
practice
work
and
to
more
get
rigorous
into
training,
these colleges.
and they are getting good marks, more and much more good marks than the ones who are getting reservation, and they are capable of they are capable of uh, handling the stress at IIT. But the ones who are getting into IITs by reservation, they are not able to handle those pressure and stress of the studies, and that's why they are declining, and they are just committing suicide. So that is the also reason that reservation should not be given on the in educational institutions. I feel, because
Okay, so
they are the only
so
ones who are
there's
the
a
building blocks of
other
the
part of
I
it,
society.
think
like
the
also
But
sports,
we
people.
if
I
we
think the
if we deny
sports should speak
reservation, then
rather
what
than their
about the people
past.
they are
So
actually deserve that? What about the people that they actually need the reservation, that they don't have any economical background and any support, or they are abandoned? So what about them? So if we completely deny the reservation, actually the point we have already discussed, that economic criteria and the properties. So we need to just remove it the
also,
reservation.
adding to Akshay's point, the profession of their parents, that we discussed, that the role of parent is very pivotal in future of any person. So the profession of their parents, we have seen that many people, parents who do menial jobs, come forward and get perform good in these exams. So we can make the journey
Yes.
a little bit easier for them by providing them reservations. For example, there are people whose parents are doing the Manreka job. So for them, if they get
Yeah.
reservation, it would be a boost for them.
I think
Yeah, I
instead of
totally
giving
agree.
But
reservation
if
in
they are not
study
able
stages,
to take
we
advantage of
should
that
help them
reservation, it's
financially
no point
to
of
get
giving
to
to
the
them.
higher
So
education,
if
so that they
someone
will not
someone
lag
else
behind
from the
and
other
the reservation system
category
will
is
be
able to
small.
avail it, then I think it should be given to that one person.
Well, there
And I would
have
like to add
always
one
been
point to Sanaditi. I would like to add one point, Sanaditi, that many general people have gone to IIT because believing on the branches policy. And for branches policy, you have to get CGPA above 9.0, 9.0. And due to that, many general people have gone to IIT taking lower branches and dreaming of CSP. And they are not able to get that branch because high pressure is there, and some seats are not available also. So they are due to that, recently many IITs and NITs have means banned the branches policy. And due to because of that, many people have many students have committed suicides of of general category.
okay. Okay, so I believe that was a really fruitful discussion. Now we'll be giving out feedbacks to each other, and that was really good discussion, and the participation was really good, and we could basically discuss in a very fruitful and benefiting manner. Okay.